What's up, Super Crew? It's me, Super JJ13, back with you again, and today, guys, we're going to be reviewing another one of my costumes. I guess I'll call this costume review for costumes that... But, this will be the Spider-Man costume. I'm sure you probably already know what it looked like in the beginning, in the thumbnail. I'm sure you saw it in the thumbnail, but, yeah, this will just be me reviewing this costume, so let's just get straight into it, Super Crew. Alright, Super Crew, when I tell you that this is one of my better costumes, it is one of my better costumes. Like, I promise you. I'm definitely happy with how it came out. There obviously are issues with it, because again, I'm literally not the best, costume maker in the country. But there are obviously problems with it that, like, I'm not gonna address because this costume is just, I'm not gonna go back to it. So this is my costume. This really, I'll insert a picture of me wearing it. It probably looks really cringy, and probably watching this video back, I will cringe. This is the costume that I made. A very big step up from what I did before. I took in everything. And personally, for me, I like to do all the work on my costumes because I like to have 100% credit for my costumes. Now, obviously, this character, Spider-Man, isn't mine, but this costume, this design, is mine. Like, I didn't draw it up. It just came straight from here. I built as I went. Yeah, but basically this is the spider that I chose. A type of Raimi type spider, which I'll put a photo of the webbed suit from the Raimi trilogies if you ever watch those. But I tried that type of spider on here, and it's just craft foam. Like, a step up from felt, which don't ever use felt on emblems, but don't ever use craft foam either. Well, craft foam is good. Actually, do use craft foam. Sorry, I'll do use craft foam. I say use craft foam because it's easier to work with at first, but then you can always upgrade to something like 3D printed objects, screen print the logo, paint the logo on there. You know what I'm saying? Better methods than just. And this was hot glued on. And this, I've had this for like roughly a year. No, not roughly a year. A year now. And, it hasn't come off yet, but it's definitely going to. Like, you can tell by the edges. They're kind of just doing a thing. Yeah, but basically there is no belt line like the original classics because I wanted to go with the more Andrew Garfield unfinished type Spider-Man suit with a more classic The Amazing Spider-Man 2 kind of look to it. And also, the fabric's kind of glossy, so it just kind of pops. Yeah, there's a hole right there. Sadly, because I didn't finish the costume. And by finishing, I mean overlocking so that it wouldn't fall apart. Which, is liable to happen in this line of work. But, yeah, so if you're wondering why the spider logo is like that, is because this all used to be connected, but since I used hot glue and EVA foam on a stretching costume, which, again, don't ever do unless it's like small like this and won't like stretch enough to break apart. This was like super big, so it broke apart. Which there actually is a picture of it when it was together on my Instagram. Another shameless plug. Yeah, but I still like it though. Like, it was still okay. It being like separated, and whenever you like put your chest back, they kind of like separate out as if it's like an actual spider. I mean, not completely purposeful, but it's a pretty cool thing. Now the web lines completely drawn on with pen. Like, you can't even see them. Like, you can barely even see them when they're far away. Well, you kind of can now. Completely drawn on with, like, this drawing on the webs took so long, bro. Like, I think I sat down and watched Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think I watched Avengers Infinity War, then watched Ant-Man and the Wasp, then watched Black Panther. I watched 3 consecutive movies drawing on webbing. And it's not even like I was using like paint. I was just using marker, or not, pen. And that it still took a really long time. But the back zipper, way better. I mean, definitely want to get a hidden zipper instead of a regular zipper, because you don't want this just straight black line coming down the back of you because you look kind of stupid. You know, the whole cool thing about Spider-Man's costume is like, how does he put that on? Like, it looks completely seamless. That's the type of thing I want to go for in these costumes, is like, how do you even put that on? It just looks like, you know, it just can't even be opened up. And that's what an invisible zipper basically does. Let me go to the feet. Oh, actually the back. There's this back belt piece that I have on here as kind of like the unfinished version of his costume. Maybe kind of going into the original of his costume. This was my first time doing pants, like, and I did really good on them, surprisingly. This was like, no, like legit, this was my first time doing pants ever, and I did, first try, did them perfectly. Well, actually not perfectly, but, you know, alright enough to put on the costume. And this, I put a whole shoe in here, like, there is literally a whole shoe in here, which, don't ever do this. This was a mistake, don't ever do this. Yes, you can use shoes in the costume, but cut them down, please. Like, I just put the whole shoe. It took so long to just shove the shoe down the boot. And then sometimes the back, like you can tell here, the back like ripped. Like right there, right around there. Sorry, I think I just touched the mic with the fabric. Right there, so I had to go in. I had to take the boot out, go in, and then like use go in and hand stitch it, but it's still breaking regardless, so you know it's annoying. But no one's ever gonna see it because it's on my foot. Like, no one's ever gonna go, oh, look at the back of his shoe. You can clearly, obviously tell that the sewing's breaking there. Like, no one's ever gonna point that out. But the boots, you know, the boots have all the webbing on them, and they expand whenever, you know. Had to put like a bottle. I think I put like I put a towel. I got the towel roll, like with all the towels on them, from downstairs. Put it in the boot and started drawing. I mean, it's good, but like I took the whole towel roll. You know, I'm sure my mom and dad were really happy about missing a whole entire paper towel roll. And now I really, oh yeah, also more design stuff. This part, it doesn't go all the way down, kind of like original Spider-Man, and then there's like these red fingers, kind of like Miles Morales' Spider-Man, which I really like. Miles Morales' costume is a piece of work, bro. It is an awesome costume. But now, let me get into flaws, because this boy has so many flaws. There's holes. My sewing is alright. Again, it's not really good to where seams won't break. I'm sure you've seen seams break on regular stuff, but I really want, especially with these costumes and with stretchy fabric, 4-way stretch, you want to make sure everything is secure and everything doesn't break. The foam, again, I'm going to start screen printing all my logos on here instead of using foam, because that is dumb. Like, I'm kind of trying to move away from foam. Also, the arms. I tried to sew on the arms, like regular arms on a t-shirt. Like, well, these have like the ones that go this way, but the ones, you know, that go straight down to your armpit, I tried to sew them like that. If you're making a Spider-Man costume, never sew your Spider-Man costumes like that. Sew it from the armpit, if I can, sew it from the armpit straight up to the neck, and then have like that big piece sewn, kind of like this, like my seam right here. Because the problem with this is that this is 4-way stretch, and whenever you try to go in and sew it, there's gonna be a hole. Like, there's a hole right here, straight into the costume. And also, it just stretches oddly, and you get all these wrinkles and stuff, and it doesn't look as good. Also, the neck, like, the neck isn't long enough, so it kind of like goes out like that, and I hate it. It's so annoying. The fingers could have been better. Sometimes they don't, like, on some of my fingers, they don't really fit really good on there. Oh yeah, I had this problem. The hips, again, way too fat. Way too fat. They have so much, like, extra fabric balled up in there that it looks like, I don't know, I gained a lot of weight in the hips or something. And also the zipper, I just hot glue at the bottom instead of sewed. But I think I sewed the zipper pretty good. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to myself, the zipper is, like, sewing is alright. It's not bad. I'm trying to think. The boots, don't ever do that again. I'll probably start using water shoes instead because those seem to be the best option for this. I don't have a mask for this because I couldn't, you know, black people hair, and I don't have a face gel, and I didn't have money for a Spider-Man facial. It basically goes under to give you that cool Spidey look that he has from all the movies, and I didn't have that or money for that, or just, and I kind of just wanted to have a win, you know, so I just kept on with this, you know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully, you know, hopefully I'm, like, helping or inspiring some people out there to go make their own costumes, because I remember the times whenever I watched people make all these cool costumes, and it kind of just threw me into the mix, and I was like, I want to make these as well. But hopefully I'm helping some of you guys, maybe with ideas, maybe with design ideas, maybe, you know, helping boost something to help you go do something, or do this, like, I'm not really sure. But thank you guys for checking out this Spider-Man costume review. I don't know what the title of the video is going to be, because I'm making, you remember the Miles Morales costume, I'm making these consecutively. Yeah, if you hadn't noticed, I had on the same shirt. But thank you, Super Crew, for watching this video, and it is late at night, so I'm going to get to filming the next video, and I'll see you guys in that one. Peace out, Super Crew.